Hello and welcome to the Plexxis form and application. Today we're going to look at how to create a purchase order requisition in the field and how that information translates back into the Mosaic ERP application. The first step is a farmer will go into the purchase order section of the application. They will be able to choose which job they're working on, choose requisitions, and they'll see any ones that they have created previously, but to start a new one you click on Create New. This opens up a new requisition form. You'll see that the job is listed, the date that you are putting the request in, and then you can add notes as well as a signature. So I'm going to indicate here that I need new material. The next step is I can choose which items I would like to add to my requisition. I can add either a regular item or I can add items from the budgeted materials for the job. This is particularly useful when you have budgets assigned to a job and you want to pull from the exact information that was planned for the job. We'll start with adding items from the regular standard material and pulling material from the budgeted items. So I'm going to click on Add Item, choose Select an Item. I'm then going to be able to choose using the item picker the type of material that I'm looking for. So I'm looking for 1/2-inch wallboard. I'm going to find the 1/2-inch wallboard and I can see all the different ones that are listed there. I'm able to use the filters to specifically choose the type that I'm looking for. So for example, I'm looking for abuse resistant drywall and I have a choice of either 1/2-inch or 5/8. I'm going to choose the 1/2-inch. I'm going to indicate what size I need and I'm going to indicate the quantity of sheets that I need. And I can also specify which subsection or floor this is for. In my case here, I'm going to add this to the building A-2. I can either submit, and this will add the single item to my list, or I can press submit and add more to additional material. I'm going to choose the submit and add more, and I'm going to add that I need some steel, and that I need to grab some corner bead as well. 10-foot length is what I want, and I want a bullnose edge. There's the one I'm looking for, and I'm going to add that I need to get 30 of these. Again, it's remember the information I used previously on the job, so I can add those to my order. You can see these items are now listed for me and they're sorted by the type. To add items from the budgeted materials, click on the budgeted materials button. You are able to pick the specific stage if they're set up for the job. You'll be able to see by floor. You can also filter to another floor if you need to. I'm going to scroll through, looking through this here, because I'm looking for a very specific type of drywall that we need to be using on this one here. So I'm going to choose that I need this 1/2-inch dense gold. Again, it prompts me for the size and quantity that I want. And I see that the budget was originally for 58 sheets. I'm going to actually only need to see 5 of those sheets. Now that item is added to my list, I can also further go through and add other items that may be needed from the list. So I can see that we have some very specific Roxel insulation that's ordered on here. Any of these items I can add to this. Again, I want to choose my date of November the 7th for these to be delivered and hit submit. Again, you can see these items are now listed here to be delivered. I've noticed I've made a mistake and I haven't indicated that I want these for next week. So what I want to do is I want to go through and edit these. So I can click on the modify button. I'm going to choose this one here. I'm going to choose that I want this for November the 8th. If I've noticed that I've added an item in error, I'm able to remove it by clicking on the X here, and that will actually delete the line item and it will no longer be a part of it. I'm going to sign my document by clicking on the sign here. Once I'm done, I'm able to click submit, and the requisition has been created successfully. Now that I've created my requisition, I can see that it is listed here with a temporary ID. Once I synchronize to the ERP application, this will be actually given a proper requisition number. In the meantime, I'm actually able to still modify this. I can email it to another individual, or I can view it. We'll click on View, and it shows me a PDF document of what I'm looking to request. I'm able to email this to other people by clicking on the email icon here, adding in the name of the individual that I want to send it to. This information will be listed here, and then I can send this as an email. I can just click the close button to get myself out of this area here. Once inside the mobile application, the document is completed, the information is transported back to the Plexxis ERP system. By going into the Job Center of the ERP application, we can navigate to that job that we were looking at earlier. I can then access the PM Documents tab, and under the PM Documents tab I can see the request that I created as a new user. By clicking on this request, I'm actually able to see the information that is listed briefly. I can then click View, and now that I've clicked View, I'm able to see that document created, and I can see the information that was originally entered just as it was on the form and application. At this point, you'd be able to create a PO in your system to send to your vendor. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video on how to create a purchase requisition from the mobile field application in Mosaic.